Hey everybody, it's Roland Comtois. I'm live on YouTube. Of course, it's taken me some time to get here because I'm trying to figure out how to run all of this technical stuff on my own. So I decided just from the last live show on Facebook that I would come on over here to YouTube to entertain any of your questions. I've also changed my jacket. I don't know why, but I just changed my jacket. So I have with me the purple papers, kind of heavy to lift up. Hello, Jackie. Kind of there you go. I've got the purple papers with me, and I have with me also, which I've only shared on certain occasions, this is the entire list of everybody who's in those purple papers. Now, this can get very out of hand because everyone might want to shout out a name to me. Hello, everybody. Oh, my God. Thank you, everybody, for coming on over. But this moment tonight, which is unplanned, unrehearsed, is a moment where, I talk about those purple papers. So maybe there's someone you want to communicate with. Maybe there's somebody you need to connect with. Maybe there's a message for you tucked in my papers. And as again, just have a look at this, just so you have some sense of what really goes on here. Now, this is all the names on this side of all the people that are in my purple papers. And you can see these highlighted areas. That's when those messages get delivered. And so when we deliver one, I come back to the office and I make a little note here so I know that I've given it out and passed it on. And so here you can see there's page after page after page after page of purple paper messages waiting to find their loved ones. So hello everybody, Joan and Allison and Diane and Jennifer, thank you so much for being here. And Kim, don't forget, while you're here, if you subscribe and you hit the bell or the like button and you're a subscriber, you're going to be automatically entered into winning a free private session with me. So there's a lot of possibilities in making connections. Michelle says, hello, Michelle from Connecticut. Thank you for being here. I know you have one for me. I keep needing to watch you. Al is prominent for me. Okay, now look. So you're saying that to me. Now, I don't have anything intuitively happening, but I'm very interested in looking on the paper. So when you look on this paper, it says to me, Al, at this point, all of the Als have been delivered. All of the Als have already been delivered. So will one come up in the future? That's a possibility. And this can get overwhelming because everybody wants a message. There's not one person I meet who says, nah, I'll pass on a message. I mean, everybody wants to know that the connection between them is still here, still real, still alive. Now, someone's asking me about Anthony. I posted all the Anthony papers on Facebook already, so they're all there, and they were there. They've been there for a few days, so you should look at that because maybe there is one over there for you. That would be interesting to discover if there is a purple paper there for you with that information. And so the purple papers, as you know, are all pre-recorded messages. Don't forget to like the page. Don't forget to subscribe to the page. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you know when I'm on, just so that we can all make a connection together. And so, as you know, the purple papers are all pre-written messages that I hear. I talk about this all the time. I hear it in my head. I feel it inside my heart. And the energy gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Now, look, this is not, you should be asking me who you're interested in communicating with so I can look in the papers. I'm not going to guess anything. That's not going to happen. You've picked the wrong guy. My job is to say what it is that I feel. But tonight I've decided that I am going to go into these purple papers for you. It's like I'm opening the vault for the first time because I have never done this before. The people that have followed me along know that I have never, ever done this before. Jackie can attest to that, and Joan and Diane and Jennifer, all of you could certainly make that connection. So right now I'm reading the names on that you're putting into this into the list here. Nothing's triggering now. I know this list like the back of my hand, but something is happening for Ju- Jules. Let me just say something right now. I do feel intuitively, gut feeling, an inner reaction, something for Jules. I think that's your name. Or Julie, I think you're saying, right? I feel something. It's almost like the message is starting to make its way through. So there's something happening with this. It's not written, though, I'm sorry to tell you. It's a feeling I'm having. And maybe some of you that are tuning in are feeling it also. Maybe you're feeling the connection yourself. The thing I'm feeling very strongly, and I'm just going to say it, Jules or Julie, what I'm feeling. And the feeling is this. There was nothing you could do to change all the things that were happening. Now, I just want you to hear that. Don't judge it. Don't think about it. Just hear it. And I think the rest of you that are tuning in right now are participating in this. I think you should participate by sending energy to Jules. Because the story is that whatever happened, and only another parent who lost a baby or a child can understand the feeling. All I know is that everything was out of your hands. Everything was out of your control. I think I'm supposed to say that to you. I think I'm supposed to say that to you. Here's the other thing I want to say to you. I don't rush the message. I mean, I know all of you are tuning in and asking. Right, I know you're asking me. I can see it. But I can't. I have to stay with where I am. I have to be true to who I am with this stuff. And all of it right now is for Jules. And I think, believe it or not, whether you want to buy into this idea, I think you all have all come to help her too. There's no paper about Kevin, Susan. Thank you for asking. I think we're supposed to just, if we could put our arms around you, Jules, we would. If we could stay connected to you in that way, we would. We would absolutely stay connected to you in that way. So all I know is what I feel, is that somehow the baby was lifted from you, carried from you to the heavens, to the afterlife by some beautiful light. Now, I've told you all before that I had a near-death experience and I saw babies being carried like this into the light. It's something I understand very, very, very clearly. Because I understand that doesn't make your experience any easier, does it? Thank you, Mary Ellen from Buzzard Bay, for being here. Thanks. Appreciate it. Now, someone just, Alyssa said she lost a baby also. Wow. Maybe this is about us all holding you together somehow, all of you that have had that kind of loss. Because that loss is not explainable, really. You know what I mean? Wow, the energy is amazing right now. Good job, everybody. Everybody just stay with me. Stay right here with me for a while. I mean, if you want to leave, I get it. It's late. Just stay with me. Oh, I'm sorry, Alyssa, for what you had to go through. Hey, Connie, thanks for tuning in. Just everyone stick around for a minute. You realize this is unrehearsed. It's just happening off the cuff. If we were in a studio, it'd probably look better, sound better, feel better, but this is what we have. This is the way it is. So I want to share something about Tom right now. Just look at this for a minute. Okay? I'm going to read it to you. I feel like it's important. So here's what I want to share with you about Tom. So all of the Tom papers that I have been written some time ago now. They're at least 2 or 3 years old, 4 years old for some. But I want to read this one because this one is calling me. Look at the date, June 29th, 2016. Tom wanted to remind you that no matter what, I still love you. You had to make decisions and you needed a new life. I'm not even sure what that means. And it may not even mean for you, but I have to say it out loud. And I was never mad at anything. I don't know who that is. Must mean something to somebody. Maybe not right now, maybe not right here. So someone asked about Tom. I'd like to know, has Tom been gone for a long period of time or a short period of time? Because I feel a little something about the purple papers that I have for you, and I'm still trying to figure it out. You see, this is the beauty or the mystery actually of spiritual communication. And by the way, there's still a few seats left in tomorrow's class about communication and mediumship. You can see that on my Facebook pages. But this is all about making a connection, a deep and profound connection to those that we miss. Now, Patricia, see, this is how it works, right? The messages are so clear that you can't make it fit into your loss because they're written in at certain points, certain times. But I have a feeling, Patricia, I don't know when, but maybe one message will come from him that will bring a little bit of love and a little bit of healing. So now we've read Tom's papers, and there's several of them. Some of them are older. You know, I want to share something else with you. This was another one today, which I still can't stop thinking about. It's Marion. Marion's been hanging around me all day. Wait till the family finds out. Hanging around me all day long. It's weird, right? But they hang around me all day long. They try to make their way to us, or to me at least, to get to you so that you feel their energies just a little bit. This is how it goes. I've invited you into my world, into my very private world of sacred channeling, of sacred writing. Catherine, Larry, Leo, these are in alphabetical order. Leroy, Lila, Lily, Lionel, Lloyd. It goes on and on and on and on and on until the rightful owner is found and discovered. Isn't that crazy? Let's go further into the papers for a minute. Let's go a little further. You realize this is my first time doing this, so this might be boring to you. I don't know. I have no idea. Mary Ellen says she still can't get over losing Pete. I hear you. I hear you. Richard. Hold on, let me get the music back on for us. Well, there are several, right? I'm not going to read them all because it's too many, actually. There's a lot of them. But for some reason, I'm on this one. And I'm going to pull this one out so you can see it for a minute. And this one says, Richard wants you to know. You are a good person. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is the lady's asking about Richard. Where is she? I can't. Oh, Michelle De Palma. Michelle, who's Richard to you? That'll be interesting for us to find out because there's some energy here about Richard as it was for Tom, but we don't know until we make the connection and we make the discovery. Okay. Feeling it out right now. I don't know. I don't know. I know this one isn't yours. It says to a good son. Maybe somebody else needs to know that there's a connection there. So here's what I want to know. Do you want to try this again some point? I mean, this is so spur of the moment. Maybe we can make more connections as we move forward. Maybe we can look a little further, go deeper. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's the first time ever to try anything, right? There's a first time for everything. And I'm in. I'm totally in. And I see that you're not leaving. So I guess you might be in too. I guess you don't want to go anywhere at all. Well, I'm here to make a connection for you. Because this could be interesting to make discoveries this way. Colleen. This Colleen that I have had breast cancer. She talks about her fight. You know what's interesting about the purple papers? They really tell their story of what they went through. Their physical battles, their emotional battles. They tell the story of how they felt, what they were thinking in some cases. Like Richard, the paper for Richard, which doesn't make sense to Michelle, who was asking, Richard wants you to know you're a good son, not for you. I always felt such pride. You worked really hard like I did. And you built your business from scratch. Can you imagine what's going to happen when his son finds that paper? You know, when he has that moment, I think it'll be extraordinary when that moment comes together. And so Colleen is one here, written on 2/24/2020, that has a lot of energy for tonight as well. Who knows? Because I don't know where they go. I don't even know that they're going to come until I hear the doorbell ring inside and someone says, could you write a message? Now, most of you have heard my stories a million times. I'm sure of it. Maybe all of you that are tuning in have heard my stories for a million times. Jennifer is saying, Colleen, my grandmother had liver cancer, did not believe it started in her breast. Then this can't be your paper, because this one is clearly stating the situation and what she went through. But we'll hold energy for your grandmother. And so there's always a voice inside, there's always a feeling inside, and there's always an ability to make a connection. We can do that together. We'll continue to do it together as we move along. Again, I don't know how this is going to go. If you want us to come back together and see how it flows, I will. On YouTube, we're going to have a new show called The Wisdom Keepers. It's an old show being rebirthed into this time of quarantine, where we'll be able to hear from people who are experts in their fields of study. So that would be fun to do too. So we're going to do a lot of things moving forward. I want to thank you for joining me. I mean, you stayed on for 19 minutes. Man, wait a minute. Cheers to you. Oh yeah, the Barbara. I'm still working on the Barbara paper, which is not written yet because I don't fully hear it or understand it yet. So the Barbara I'm writing about or connecting to, she's telling the story about how she started to get foggy and how things were overwhelming for her. So we'll carry on together. We will continue to do what we do best, and that's stay connected to each other. I hope that I hope this was lively enough for you. I hope that you enjoyed being here. Don't forget to stay and subscribe, because next Wednesday, I think it is, next Tuesday or Wednesday, I will be picking another winner for a private session, but you have to be here on my YouTube page. So, folks, keep the love shining, keep the light bright, keep yourself moving along during these difficult times. And I look forward to spending as much time as I can with all of you. And I thank you all for joining me on the journey. And until next time, I send you love and lots of it. Have a good night. Thanks, everybody.